I'm Neal. I'm from Brisbane in Australia. Used to be from England when I worked out here. So I worked in Stone Mountain in 1993 and 1994.
And how did you have the idea to come to the States and work at a summer camp?
I was at university, and there's an organisation called Boona Camp, and they advertised around the uni, and
Sure.
I love rock climbing, and I was doing a teaching course, and I thought, I can spend my summer stacking shelves somewhere, or I can spend my summer in the States earning a little bit of money, having a fantastic experience, and rock climbing every day, and
Sure.
it was a no-brainer.
So what was the difference, from what you remember, of your first year to your second year of camp?
Actually, there was one subtle difference. The first year, because I tend to have a bit of a sarcastic turn of phrase, and
Sure.
the first year I was here, I was very careful not to use that at all. And I switched it right off, and because I didn't want to offend any children and teenagers, and I just wasn't quite sure how that would go down with the American sense of humor. And the second year, I obviously felt that I knew the kids better, some of the kids I was seeing for the second time, and I allowed it to come out a bit. And I was doing bunk duty at night in one of the bunks, and one of the kids actually specifically commented on this. You're different, you're talking about... And I said, which version do you prefer? And he thought about it for quite a while, and he said, this one, I think. Yeah.
Nice. So you and I met up a couple of times in Australia.
We did.
Yeah. What do you remember about some of those adventures?
I remember the complete randomness of it. I remember walking down a mountain in the Glasshouse Mountains, just round a very windy trail, and I remember coming round a corner and going, "Just some mala?" And there you were. And the really weird thing was that you didn't know I was in Australia, and I didn't know you were in Australia.
Yeah, and then we did some climbing together.
We went and did some climbing outside Gympie. Yeah, we'd climb in the morning before the sun got too hot on the rocks. And then we'd go and find the local 50-metre swimming pool and ease the shoulders out with a few laps.
Definitely.
And then disappeared into the library for some free internet access.
Yeah. And then we met up again in '03 when I was there for the Rugby World Cup. We
did, and that's where I met Anne as well. And we caught up in Brisbane. I don't think we climbed that time.
No, we didn't. No.
You were there with the men with odd-shaped balls.
Yes. And you're on quite an adventure now. This little trip you're on.
We're doing a 6-week trip. We've been. My dad's turning 80 in the UK.
Nice.
And we're ending up there. But we've visited my in-laws in Georgia, and we've spent a bit of time in LA or outside LA, and then we've just had the best time back here at Stone Mountain. And,
nice.
Feel renewed.
And what have been some of your highlights on this trip since you've been back here in Central PA?
Back in Central PA, I climbed for the first time in a very long time, and I'm going to get back into it, I reckon.
Nice.
I saw my kids riding horses.
Yeah.
I've reconnected with all the wonderful people here, Judd and Pam and Biff, and got to know Anne, and watched my children play with their children and grandchildren, and it's just been fantastic.
Awesome.
Really enjoyed it.
Well, super excited that you guys were here, and safe travels, and we'll look forward to seeing you down under sometime.
Thank you.
All right.
Please come.
All right.